All right, welcome. Today we are diving into the AI developer roadmap for 2025. So if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by all the AI hype and just wondering, where do I even start? Then this is for you. We're going to cut right through all that noise and give you a super clear step-by-step guide to building actual AI applications.
So are you ready to jump in and become an AI developer? I mean, let's be real, this field is just exploding. There are new models, new libraries, new frameworks coming out, it feels like every single week. It's a lot. But that's okay, because having a focused roadmap like this one makes all the difference.
And that really is the promise here. What we're going to do is follow a focused, hands-on path that takes you from knowing nothing all the way to building the kind of generative AI apps that are seriously shaping the future. And look, this isn't just a bunch of theory, it's a practical, get-your-hands-dirty guide.
Your journey starts right now. But before we get our hands dirty with code and all the cool tools, it's absolutely crucial to understand the lay of the land. So let's start with the big picture.
All right, so we're starting at phase 0, the big picture. Before we can build anything, we need that bird's eye view of the AI world to see exactly where generative AI fits into everything. Okay, so let's talk about generative AI, or GenAI. This is the slice of AI we're laser focused on. It's not just about crunching numbers, it's about creating brand new stuff. Text, code, even images. And this is all powered by those engines you've probably heard about, large language models, or LLMs. And you're already seeing this stuff everywhere, right? It's what powers those coding assistants, those chatbots you talk to, content creation tools, and even these new automated agents that are popping up. It's all running on those big LLMs like GPT-4, Claude, and many others.
Now for phase 1. This is your core foundation. And listen, this is so important. If you can get really good at just one thing, and that's talking to LLMs with prompts, you can honestly build about 80% of the AI apps that are out there today. It's that fundamental.
So what does that mean you should actually learn? First up, you got to get a feel for how these things think. You'll hear about tokens, that's basically how they chop up words, and embeddings, which is how they understand meaning. Then you'll dive into prompt engineering to get the AI to do exactly what you want, play around with tools like ChatGPT, and tackle simple things like summarizing text. Now, this next part is maybe just as important. It's what you should ignore for now. Seriously, this is going to save you so much time. Don't get bogged down with fine-tuning models or trying to learn complex automation tools. Just master the prompt. Everything else builds right on top of that. Okay, so let's make this real with a hands-on project. You're going to build a text summarizer. But here's the cool part. You'll make it context-aware. That means using your new prompt skills to make it summarize the same document differently for, say, a CEO versus an engineer. This project really makes all these concepts click. All right, let's move on to phase 2. So you're great at prompts now, but the LLM, it has no clue about your company's internal documents or your personal notes. That's the problem we solve here by making it smarter with a super important technique called RAG.
Yeah, RAG. It stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation, which sounds complicated, but trust me, it's not. The best way to think about it, it's like giving the AI an open book test. You retrieve key information from your own documents and then augment or add that info to the prompt. It's the secret to making custom tools without the huge expense of retraining a model from scratch.
Here's how it works, step by step, super simple. 1, a user asks the question. 2, your system scans your documents and pulls out the most relevant bits of info. 3, you stuff that info into the prompt behind the scenes. And 4, the LLM uses all that new context to give a really smart, relevant answer.
And the project for this phase? Oh, it's a total game changer. You're going to build a Chat with Your Docs app. This is where you can upload your own PDFs or other documents and just start asking questions about them. This is probably one of the most popular AI applications people want right now, and it's the perfect way to really master RAG. Okay, phase 3. This is where things get really interesting. We're moving beyond just answering questions and into building what we call smart agents. This is where the AI doesn't just talk, it actually does things and automates complex tasks for you. So what's an AI agent? Well, think of it as an LLM with a tool belt. It can look at a complex task,
create a plan, and then actually use tools, like calling an API or searching the web to get the job done all by itself. It's the huge leap from a simple chatbot to a true autonomous assistant.
And the good news is, you're not building this stuff from the ground up. You'll be using powerful frameworks to help you. You might use something like Crew AI to get multiple agents to collaborate, or AutoGen and LangGraph to map out really complex workflows for a single agent. The perfect project for this phase is an auto email assistant. Think about it. An agent that sifts through your inbox, figures out what someone needs, and then drafts a reply for you, or maybe even schedules a meeting on your calendar. That's real automation, and it's an incredible demonstration of agent capabilities. Okay, you've come a long way. You've got prompts, you've got RAG, you've got agents. Now it's time for Phase 4, Going Pro. This is all about taking those cool projects and learning how to build them into reliable, professional, enterprise-grade applications. And these concepts right here are what separate a cool demo from a real product. You need things like guardrails to make sure the AI stays on topic and is safe. You need evaluation to check for accuracy and make sure it's not just making stuff up. We call those hallucinations. And you need to be strategic about picking the right model and knowing when or if you even need to fine-tune it. So a fantastic project here would be something like a custom copilot, but for a really sensitive area like finance or healthcare. It would use RAG for its knowledge, but it would be wrapped in really strict guardrails and evaluation checks to make sure every single thing it outputs is safe, private, and accurate. And there you have it, the whole journey, recapped. From the big picture to the core foundation of prompts to using your own data with RAG, building smart agents, and finally going pro. Each phase builds right on top of the last one. So that's the path to becoming a pro AI developer today. Following this roadmap is a huge accomplishment, but you know how tech is. It never stops moving. So you have to ask, what's next? What's beyond even this? Well, the journey definitely continues. The next frontier involves even smarter agents, and what's really fascinating is how we can bring all this power to people who don't code using no-code tools. We're going to cover all of that in our next explainer. So thanks for tuning in, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss part 2.